Tonight on Alaska's news source, details from ConocoPhillips on a North Slope fire that injured 3 people. Plus, Alissa Pili signs a short-term contract weeks after being released from the WNBA's Minnesota Lynx.
Rain has finally moved out as we welcome sunny skies this week.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
2 people are still in an Anchorage hospital following a fire at a ConocoPhillips facility in Alpine Friday. ConocoPhillips said 3 people were injured when a localized flash fire broke out at the Alpine Central facility around 2:30 p.m. Friday. Work stopped immediately in the area, and the injured people were taken to a local clinic before being flown to an Anchorage hospital. The company says as of Sunday morning, 1 person has been released from the hospital, while the other 2 are still being treated but are stable. An investigation to see what caused the fire is ongoing. And a scary situation for some people dining at an Anchorage restaurant last night. The Anchorage Fire Department says a driver reportedly mistook their gas pedal for the brake and smashed through the window of Samurai Sushi on Muldoon. It happened around 6:15 p.m. AFD says 2 children were taken to the hospital for a more thorough exam, but the fire department says no one had apparent life-threatening injuries. The restaurant says it had to close last night, but is open today. And after all these rainy days, what can we expect for the start of the week, Bailey?
Well, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel. We've had a pretty rainy last couple days, especially to the start of August, but we're expecting much sunnier skies ahead. We already saw that change up today. But just looking at our time lapse, we see a lot of paragliders out and about just enjoying the sun, and it's perfect conditions for that with very little wind today and just a lot more sunshine than what we have been seeing the last few days. Now, looking ahead for tomorrow and our out-the-door forecast from June, you can see the moose hanging out in the pond right there. These sky conditions in this photo is exactly what we're looking forward to tomorrow. So you're going to start your day bright and early with lots of sunshine ahead throughout the morning and throughout early afternoon as well. So those sunny skies are going to stick around throughout the day. And temperatures tomorrow are expected to be really close to 70. So you can expect to see those temperatures rising fairly quickly and staying sunny throughout the day. And it's also going to stay fairly clear in the overnight hours, but we're going to be dropping into the low 50s overnight, but of course, getting back up into our highs near 70 for tomorrow. So that's going to be a nice change up from a fairly, not chilly, but, you know, a little bit cooler weekend that we've had so far this weekend. But looking across the state of Alaska, we're seeing cloud conditions in areas that were previously seeing sun and vice versa for those areas that were previously seeing rainy skies. So here in Anchorage, we're going to see mostly sunny skies tomorrow, very similar to what we saw today. And tomorrow, also some rain moving in for areas like southeast. So, of course, Brain and Brawn fun fact of the day. We actually have our photo and our fact from our very own Charlie Fellows. But a group of marmots is called a madness. So if you ever see a group of marmots hanging out, you can say, what is this madness? And that is exactly what it is, a group of marmots.
I love that you even have the photo to go with it. Thanks, Bailey. Italian tradition and legacy takes on Anchorage this weekend. In case you missed it, Danny Tompkins took us behind the scenes of Cir Maseo earlier this week.
They combine acrobatics with horses. Join us behind the scenes of Cir Maseo. 250 years of Italian tradition on display.
I'm the 8th generation on my father's side, the 9th generation on my mother's side, and growing up with all sorts of horses and all equestrian acrobatics in my family, I never had to question what I wanted to do.
Owner and past performer Alissa Pili knows what it takes to be an equestrian acrobat.
If you don't have any trust in the horse, there's no way you can do a somersault on him. There's absolutely no way. Because to do a somersault on the ground is already, you know, mentally challenging, and you're on a horse that's cantering and moving and all these other things. There's audience, there's lights, there's music. So the horse has to be extremely steady and in tune with what his job is. And then I have to know that he's going to be there when I go.
Zope personally designs the tent where all the action will take place.
When it comes to the seating, the layout, the colors, you know, this is more of an organic type show. It's more about the horses. We'll have a bunch of different aerial apparatuses hanging, aerial silks, an aerial chandelier. Here, horses will be whizzing by, performers, people flying.
One of those performers is Zope's 6-year-old daughter, Otavia, who is following in her father's footsteps.
It's very emotional for me because she's the 10th generation and she's just turned 6 years old. And it's just great to see that she loves it. She loves horses. She loves being in front of an audience, and she's very comfortable that way.
Above all, the show is driven by a love for mesmerizing performance and tradition.
Each act kind of transforms from one to the other, and it's really, the inspiration for that is really just wanting to make something original, something beautiful, and something no one's ever seen.
Get a taste of generations-old equestrian tradition with Cir Maseo. Woo!
Boom, you got it.
I'm Danny Tompkins, Alaska's news source.
Performances continue next weekend in Fairbanks.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.